these are my kids, everyone, everything here. These are a lot of my kids. They're not all my kids. We have almost 500. And to work in this business is really to feel like I have children. And because, you know, you can't see this guy, but we'll get to him later. The Leonora, which you have, actually behaves, can have bad hair days. So it can get really fuzzy and furry. It can get some green mold and blue mold. And mold is fine, but it changes. And every single cheese has its fits and its good hair days and bad hair days and its moods. It's a living, breathing organism. And that's what we have to learn. So it's not always going to be perfect. And just like with an apple, you'll like cut out, well, I cut out the bruise and I keep going. If you have mold on a piece of cheese, you don't just like toss it. You have to work with it. You wipe it off either with olive oil or with some vinegar, or you might cut off that little piece because you don't like it, and you work around it, but you don't need to throw out the entire piece. So it's kind of a journey, and I think we'll start the slideshow to just give you a little bit of some history, more history and background of who we are. No matter what it is, you can't really cram for it. There's so much to know. It's about the producer, it's about who they are, their terroir, what they do, what's tradition, what's new going with tradition. It's so much together. For me, it's like being the head treasure hunter, I dub myself. And what we do at Forever Cheese is we're importers. So we buy from these countries, we import and store in our warehouse, and we are the guard keepers, the gatekeepers, the voice for our products. We don't just talk about the product, we talk about the producer and who's behind it. The mostarda, the crabapple mostarda that you have there. I mean, this to us represents Paula, and you'll see Paula in a little bit. So each person has a name and a face, and those people, it's their livelihood. So we are joined at the hip to make this work. I need great product. I need to learn as much as I can about it and share it with the people who help me sell in my company, because without them, these days, I don't have time to be on the road selling in every state like I used to. It used to just be really me across the country and sometimes my partner. But now I have to do other things. Half of them are not as fun as they used to be, regulatory and other things, but I do get to go to Europe a lot. Those of you who know was not before the pandemic at the apartment very often. But it's an amazing world of wonderful specialty food products that is really rewarding. Okay, this was one of the things that I used to do. It was the hardest thing to decide in Rome. Did I want dessert or did I want fried cheese? Because they take this, slice it, flour it lightly, and just griddle it until it oozed, a flat griddle. And then you just get this oozy cheese. And it was ridiculous, like really ridiculous. Now, those of you who know me, well, I love my chocolate, but that made me give up chocolate sometimes just to have it like that. But I think what I like about Italy is you can have your cheese as an app, and then you can still have your dessert. Not like France. So there you have to make your choice. Or if you have enough room at the end. So yeah, so that's one of the things I love to do.